Hello everybody, it's the Fat Philosopher here, and I'm welcoming you with another guitar video of a kind of unusual guitar I purchased here. This is the Hondo Formula 1 series. If you don't know Hondo guitars, it's actually an American brand. It kind of sounds Japanese, but it's not. And that's been making guitars probably from the late 60s up until about the early 2000s. And they've only focused on, they have a few of their original designs, but they've also had focused on a lot of kind of various copies of different other brands. And it's kind of a guitar that's either you love them or you hate them in the guitar community. And but there's, as being that the new owners of the brand in 2005 decided to shelve the Hondo, that they're getting more and more rare as it goes along. This one here, what I'm looking at here, of course, is Formula 1 series. Is called the Warlock design here. And it's, I believe it's from 1986. The Formula 1 ran from 1985 to 87. And I believe they made the Warlock clones in 86. So I think it's about a 34-year-old guitar I picked up here. Now, how this came into mind to me, there's a add-on reverb with really horrible pictures of selling this guitar left-handed. You could barely make it out because the pictures are horrible. I'll throw one up on here so you can see what I'm talking about. But anyways, they want $500 for it, and I didn't think it was worth that much, so I kind of lowballed them. Sorry for people who hate lowballers, but sometimes it works. That's why you do it. And anyways, I lowballed them for about $220, I believe is what my offer was. But anyways, they didn't accept it, and I said, well, that's it. But then about a day later, they came with they messaged me on Reverb and says, you want to offer that again? I'll take it this time. Because I guess they didn't get it there. And they did drop their price from $500 to $300. And given with the bad pictures, I thought it was kind of strange. So I tried to make excuses to get out of it. So I said, well, the $150 shipping is a little too high for me to ship to Japan. And he says, oh, we'll cut that down. So we cut it down to $75 they gave it to me. But I still kind of made an excuse about it because it didn't seem like to be very honest. But anyway, so about a week goes by, or 2 weeks goes by, and that Hondo's still on the reverb there, so I'm having trouble selling it. So I thought, let me see if we can give them a low ball. So I offered them $150, to which they countered with my original offer of $220. And then I said, well, I'll put it up to $170. I thought they wouldn't accept it, but they did accept it for $170. And with about $75 shipping, came up to about $240 for this guitar here I've got in my hands here. Now let's take a little bit of a look at it here, and see did they get a good deal or not. Well, they shipped it kind of horribly. They shipped it with in a like a chocolate bar box, like a Mars chocolate bar box that says you can stack things on it. That wasn't so good. They took the neck off when they shipped it to make it a little bit smaller size, but I guess that was okay. Of course, the big thing on here, they did not show a picture of the big nick on the headstock here. But still, it's not, for a cheaper guitar, what you do get is a nice kind of Warlock body. Now it's kind of a reddish orange. I think it might have been more redder like 34 years ago, and it might have faded a little bit. Maybe it was left in the sunlight for a bit. The knobs work okay here. You got a volume, 3-way toggle switch, and 2 tones, so 1 tone for each pickup. One thing that I kind of liked about this is that even though it's a cheaper guitar, it had proper lefty pots, you know. So for me, these 10 is 10 and 0 is 0 on this one, not the other way around like when they just throw righty pots into a lefty guitar. This has got the volume and 2 tones, which is also kind of unusual. Tone for the bridge and a tone for the neck, and master volume here. So, and they're quite articulate. So here's the tone down to 0 on the bridge. Turn it up. Go to the neck. Tones at 0. Turn it up. like that. The pickups sound great. They look incredibly old and rusted out, but they still seem to do the job there. The tuners were really in bad condition when I came. They're Grover tuners, and what we just did, I'm kind of surprised it's Grover tuners on a $150 guitar, but it is an older guitar, as we just replaced a lot of the washers in them. They're kind of getting too old there, and now they seem to hold tune okay. The low E string is kind of been banged to the side a little bit. It doesn't go quite straight like the other ones, but it still works, so heck, we'll leave them on. I did replace the nut here. This is the only brand new thing on this guitar is the nut. Had to replace it because somebody decided to want to make it a right-handed guitar, and they just kind of jabbed in the strings without actually doing any actual, without replacing the nut. Right-handed guitarists, when you see a left-handed guitar, just leave it left-handed, sell it for, and get the car you want. Don't, there are too few left-handed guitars out there as it is to go around and try to convert them. But anyways, the body itself, well, looking cool. It's kind of full of little holes. They drilled in holes all over the place trying to get the screws on it here. Every corner is pretty well banged up, you know, but still it kind of gives it a bit of character anyways. It has a floating trem system, but there's no bar to it, so I haven't really been using it at all. Like I said, they seem to have drilled in two different covers. It got this riddled little holes in here in the back. The guitar itself, I think the top was maybe plywood even, and has like a solid wood bottom to it, because I took off the neck, it looked like plywood to me. That's from my untrained eye anyways. So when I say it's not the best quality guitar, but it's $170 for this is not too bad, I don't think. You know, this does need some work though. I think there's certain frets here, like the 12th fret on the high E seems to be buzzing out. Some of the other higher frets, I think it needs either new fretting or polishing of some sort. But the neck itself is quite smooth. It goes pretty straight, and got a skunk stripe on the back. No adjustment at the truss rod adjustment at the top. Not too bad there. I'm surprised it seems to be like a compound neck even, because it seems much rounder up the top than on the bottom. Like maybe like a 7 to 12 maybe, or a 9.5 to 12 type of compound neck, which is, I think, is kind of unusual considering the time period may be there. But still, it looks really cool. That's the big thing. And the electronics seem to be working fine, even though the body itself could use a little more work here. So what I'm going to do with this guitar, I'm going to play it for a bit. You know, I'm into pointy guitars as it is, and you know, it's a nice kind of matching with my V. Actually, I'm going to do a little comparison between this guitar and my V. And the two things are going to happen in this car. I'm going to try to sell it here in Japan for more money, because I don't think Hondo guitars are very common in Japan. So I'm going to see if I can sell it for about 400 or so in Japan. If I can't sell it for that much, it's going to be a bit of a project guitar, I think. First of all, I might have to redo the neck here, get a refret. And then maybe the trim. I might try putting the Vega trim in here. Addicted to Gear Tony was showing off Vega trim, so I might go in that. Pickups, I might keep them for a while. Like, they're getting rusted, but they kind of look cool on this guitar the way they are. And the body, like I said, even it could use some wood filler some places, and get rid of these little screw marks all over the place. Get you in there. But still, it's got some character to it, and I might just keep it as it is. You know. Well, it might be a project guitar, maybe something I can flip over quickly or not. But hey, the next couple weeks I'm going to play it and enjoy it until my custom model from Sahana Guitars comes in. So this is a little bit about a Hondo guitar. If you see one, you know they're are kind of cool in one ways, but keep an eye out for problems, right? So hope you enjoyed Hondo guitars. If you got one yourself, let me know in the comments. If you have any good ideas for upgrades or things to do with these guitars. So take care and salut.